Good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. Today I'm gonna say a few unusual words. It's words that English words that you don't use every day. It's not like common words that you use on a daily. Well, you might use it on a daily basis, but it's not the most often used words. Might be a little bit difficult. I want you to practice it with me. We are doing this in a South African accent. I'm gonna say the word, and then you must repeat after me. The purpose of the lesson is so that you can learn how to pronounce words the way a South African would pronounce it. Abiotic, 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 asymmetric, 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 anaerobic, anaerobic, anaerobic. By the way, anaerobic means certain bacteria who survive without oxygen. So if you say this bacteria is anaerobic, it means the bacteria doesn't need oxygen. It needs water, but it can survive without oxygen. Anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammatory. It means that anti-inflammatory means that if you use something to bring down inflammation, like if you have a swelling and you use a certain medicine or take a certain pill, it will bring down the swelling. Antivirus, antivirus, antivirus. Automobile, automobile, automobile. It's actually just a nice way of saying a car. Ordinary car is an automobile. Autogear, autogear, autogear. Bicentennial, bicentennial, bicentennial. Bilingual, bilingual, bilingual. Bilingual means you can speak two languages, like for example English and Vietnamese, or French and German, or Greek and Italian. It means you can speak two languages. Cooperation, cooperation, cooperation. Coexistence, coexistence, coexistence. Contraindication, contraindication, contraindication. It basically means the opposite of indication. If I say your foot is swollen, so it's an indication it might have a swelling. But if your foot is not swollen, and say it's contraindication of an infection. If your foot is swollen, say okay, there might be infection. That's why it's swollen. But if it's not swollen, say contraindication. It means it's the opposite. Contradiction, contradiction, contradiction. If you contradict yourself, it means you're saying something and then exactly afterwards you say the opposite. Like I might say I found it very difficult to sleep last night. And then a few minutes later, I would say, last night when I hit the pillow, I fell asleep immediately. So I'm contradicting myself. I'm first saying I found it very difficult to sleep, and then a few minutes later, I say, no, I fell asleep. I was so tired, I fell asleep immediately. So I'm contradicting myself. Countermeasure, countermeasure, countermeasure. A countermeasure is to fight something like the coronavirus, for example. Many countries have instated a lockdown. So the lockdown is a countermeasure. It means you're trying to implement something to fight something, like the virus is spreading, and the countermeasure is to impose lockdown. In other words, you're trying to stop the virus from spreading. Countermeasure. You're trying to stop something from happening, or you're trying to achieve the opposite. Counter attack. Counter attack. Counter attack. When somebody is attacking you and you attack them back in self-defense, it's called counter attack. Deactivate. 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 De-stress. 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 Okay, those are all the words for today. Tomorrow I think I'm going to do some more difficult words. Have a nice afternoon. Bye bye guys.